You look at our picture, the spacer slips through the hub, all right, and these shims go in on this side over here. Now, if you can come in close on this, Todd, if you look, this shim has a shoulder on it, right here. It's raised a little bit. You want that facing out on the end of the long spacer so that it rests and rides right against the bearing on the inner race of the bearing. Okay? So this will just slip right in there. Just I love doing this kind of stuff. I got to tell you that. This is great. What do you think? Okay, now we have our spacer and our shims have been installed. All right? That's all there is to it. They just ride in there, they spin around, axle holds them in place, bearing, seal, spacers, and axle nut on the outside hold the whole works in place. Okay? We're done with that for the moment, darling. All right, the next thing that's going to go together, very simple, new bearings. The bearings I took out of this motorcycle wheel, ladies and gentlemen, were Timken, made in the USA by the Timken Corporation, and they rolled 140,000 miles, and they were just as tight as these brand new ones.
Now you are putting new ones in, though.
These are brand new.
Okay.
This is very simple. Can you get in tight in there, Todd, to see that race that we pressed in there today? I don't know. Is there?
There it is. We're looking at it on the screen. It's great. We can see it pretty good, man.
It's right here. It's
yep, we got it. We got it.
This bearing, very simply, slides in there and rides on that race just like that.
Beautiful thing, man.
Okay, that's what supports your fat ass as you're rolling down the highway, folks. Doesn't look like much, does it? And it's not. But if you keep them well greased, I can't preach that enough. I cannot preach enough. Every time you remove a wheel on the older wheels, okay, the newer ones have got sealed bearings.
Yeah.
Grease those bearings. New grease on the bearings, new seals, everything. Keep everything well greased. Every time.
Okay.
Every time. That's how your wheel's going to roll.
I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, every time I've ignored something he said, I've lived to regret it. If he says do it every time, and I do a job on a wheel next time, and I say, well, Trash says do it every time, but it's okay. These just look pretty greasy. I'll put it back together. That wheel's going to seize up. I know for a fact. Well, every time I ignore something, it's like the day after I ignore it, it comes and bites me in the ass. It's incredible.
Well, there are some types of advice of mine maybe you don't want to follow.
Well, okay. Well, most of it.
But it'll all work for you.
It'll all work.
It'll all work for you. Okay, so, and on top of the bearing, to keep the bearing from falling out, what do we got? Whoa. Did you hear the spacer fall out?
Yep, heard the spacer fall right out.
All right. Here we have seals. Very simple. Little rubber grease seal, that's all the hell it is. Sits right in that recess, just like that. You can start it with your hand. And if you pay attention, go back a few episodes, you'll see that I did this on the front wheel. All right, this is the same operation. Same thing.
You realize we're building a motorcycle in a place that doesn't have enough room for a motorcycle. We're doing it's like Radar when he was mailing the Jeep at home one piece at a time. Remember that from Matt? It's like we're building the motorcycle one piece at a time, and we'll take it out and do the final assembly.
Well, that's how we do it, is one piece at a time,
that's
just
right,
like Johnny Cash said.
One piece at a time?
Yeah, we carried them all out.
One piece at a time.
So, those of you that are madmen, you'll finally get to use one of these. Remember I tell you, if you're going to pick one of these up, take a break. Have a sandwich.
Oh, I know. This is the I'm angry thing, man.
But this is the unangry thing. You get to wang on it a little bit, and I like to wang. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there used to be a computer company called Wang, and their motto was, I can work wonders with my wang. They had these buttons that they gave away. They were the most popular item at trade shows.
Work wonders with my wang.
Yeah, it was a Japanese computer
company.
There was
rumors like that about me.
I don't make this shit up, man.
Did you know that?
There was what?
Rumors about me like that for a while.
You could work wonders with your wang?
Yes.
Oh, you were a Japanese computer company? No, you just did wonders with... Oh, I get it. God, I'm such an idiot.
Let's get the seal in the hub, okay?
Get the seal in the hub.
What are
you using to pound that in with?
This is a socket.
You're using a socket wrench to put that in with.
It's not a wrench, it's a socket.
Like a socket head. Yeah.
You're going to put the socket in there. You're just going to tap on it. Try to make sure that it starts in there nice and straight.
Yeah.
Okay? It'll straighten itself out. You can see it starting to slide down in there.
Yeah.
And it's going to seat itself just fine against that bearing. And you're going to hear the tone change as I tap on it That's in there nice and solid. That's not
Beautiful.
going anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the man a hand, man. That's cool.
What happened when we laid the wheel down? Everybody heard it go clunk.
Clunk.
Did you hear it go clunk?
It went
Say,
clunk.
Get a shot of her saying, yeah, she heard it go clunk. All right.
It went clunk.
So let's see what fell out. Uh-oh, that's embarrassing. Turn it over. Long spacer. There it is.
Put it back in there.
It's that simple. You got to find the right hole. You get your finger in there a little bit.
You find the right hole with your finger.
And you jiggle it around a little bit.
You find the right hole with your finger.
As soon as you find the right place, you can tell it's real happy.
It's real happy when you find the right hole by jiggling your finger
I
around.
little like that.
I'm just saying what he's saying, guys. I don't know why
Okay.
they're laughing.
And the next thing, what's this?
That's our bearing.
That's the next bearing. What's it do, Chelsea? Where's it go?
Supports your fat ass.
There.
And it does what?
Supports your fat ass.
All
Okay, you wanna
right.
put the bearing in?
She's got it. She's got it.
I got paper towels for you. Do we get grease on me? You're doing a motorcycle show.
I know.
I'd see how nice that just sits right in there.
Yeah.
Huh? Just slides right in there, just neat as you please, doesn't it?
Just slides right on in.
Perfect. Okay, what's next?
The rubber.
Seal.
The rubber seal.
That's right.
Oh, so
We will
after you
now
slide
watch
it in,
Chelsea
you put
install the
seal
rubber
on. You put
onto the wheel.
You put the rubber seal on after you slide it?
You have
No.
to go this way down, though. It's important.
How do you know?
Go this. 'Cause you can tell that's where it's going to seal into the...
Okay. There is a kind of a thing on seals. If you look at a seal, you got a new seal, and maybe you didn't pay attention to how the old one came out. Generally, if you look at them, the writing will go out. See, there's no writing there. You see the spring going around it? That's the inside of the seal. But the writing generally on most of these parts will tell you that that's where it goes. It goes out that way. Okay, so we'll press that in there, get it started by hand. We'll put our patented seal installation
This
tool.
is a special tool by Jim's Tool Company. Costs $943.
And we'll wang on it.
Wang!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now wanging.
He is working wonders with his wang. Ooh.
There it is.
No, wait about the tone change. It didn't change.
Oh, yes, it did.
It did?
Chelsea heard it.
It changed
She
tone.
heard it. I
Okay.
could tell. I saw it.
You
In her,
were talking.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was blabbering.
I saw it in her
on.
face. She
Okay.
jiggled just a little when it changed.
It changed.
That's
Okay.
right. I could hear her start
She
to moan.
giggles, it changes. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
so the next thing we're going to do to assemble this wheel, you have things that are attached to the hub of this wheel. There's a brake rotor.
Yep.
There's a drive sprocket.
Drive sprocket, brake
Okay?
rotor.
Now, I want to tell you something, folks. I'm going to put the brake rotor on tonight. I'm not going to put the drive sprocket on.
Right.
Don't you want to know why?
I want to know why. You got to tell us why. It's a good
All
story.
right, it's simple. There's two different size of bolts.
Yep.
Okay, that hold one side holds the brake rotor,
Right.
the other side holds the drive sprocket.
Yeah,
okay, the ones that hold the drive sprocket are 7/16. Now the bolts that come on the motorcycle stock from the factory are 7/16 coarse thread hex heads.
Hex head.
Hex heads. You guys understand that?
Yep.
It's a 6-sided head.
Right.
Six head.
6 heads.
Let's move on. I am putting my Softail that you're really tired of hearing about together, and I've got an emphasis on button heads.
See, I think what people need to understand is there is a certain point in building a motorcycle that you choose what type of bolts you're actually going to use to put the majority of the bike together with. You're using button heads.
Button heads.
And I'm using I've used the what are they called? The show chrome ones with the
Right.
bullets on there. You know, I did a
Right.
whole bike in
Spikes.
in spikes, and I
Right.
did another bike that I'm doing all in. The other ones with the, so I know these terms so well. You can tell, the other ones.
It just opens like a book.
But
Well,
you choose what kind of bolt you're going to use.
this is part of what you've heard us talk about when we say you listen to what the motorcycle tells you.
There you go.
And it's what it wants to be.
Yep.
Okay. And this one I decided button heads.
It's a
okay.
cool look when it's
They
done.
do. They look great. They're an Allen. They take an Allen wrench to tighten them down. For those of you who don't know what a button head is, it's no disgrace. But they also make a button head style bolt that has a Torx pattern in it, which is different than an Allen head.
Yeah, a Torx
And
head looks like a star. So,
and I had to order. Yeah, they're six pointed.
Yeah.
And I had to order some of those for the drive sprocket, and of course they're not in yet. So.
I have found that those